We're at the Psychological Services Testing Center at Appalachian State University. Lenny Cook is being tested on a machine that measures muscle tension. Despite distractions caused by our camera and lights, Lenny has scored a remarkable .5.
Have you ever seen one come in an untrained state such as Lenny and go as low as he did today?
No.
Kathy King is the graduate assistant at the center. Dr. Bill Knight is a psychologist. He says an average person taking this test under these circumstances would have scored a 10 or higher, indicating greater muscle tension. And while this is not a test of psychic ability,
I think it proves that Lenny, under adverse circumstances, can concentrate, and he can shut out external things that might be bothering him. And I would think that this would be very important for a psychic, that they be able to concentrate and to visualize despite distractions around them.
This is just one of many scientific tests Lenny Cook has undergone to establish proof of his claimed psychic powers. But perhaps his most convincing proof is the uncanny accuracy of most of his predictions. This startling headline appeared in a national tabloid in 1979, 2 years before Anwar Sadat was assassinated. 1967, Lenny predicts an assassination attempt will be made on the president in the early 80s. 1977, he predicts Britain will have a woman prime minister, and the list could go on.
It's just like a daydream. Did you really see it? Did you really hear it? Was it really audible? You think it is. I think it's a flash of thoughts that compile what you think is images, because it sometimes could be 2 seconds, but yet it seems like it took 20 minutes. Just as though you was daydreaming, same similar thing, or a regular dream at night.
Lenny says he first realized he had psychic powers as a teenager.
I thought it was abnormal at first, because being logical, I didn't think that that was too possible. And I think when it happens to the person themselves, I think that's when you do a lot of thinking. It's easy to say, oh yeah, that's a lot of nonsense, yeah. But when it happens to you, when it's happening, and it really is, and you go through all sort of testing and proof, this, that, and the other, and you see it happen, you still wonder, why?
Now this folder right here, this contains what?
Well, I don't know exactly how many is in there, but this contains validations to the predictions that are in this booklet.
The booklet contains a list of all Lenny's predictions, of which only one has been wrong. He admits he blew it when he said Jimmy Carter would be re-elected.
I'm not looking for an scapegoat, however, but when you're doing interviews, sometimes you press for days, times, this, that, and the other, and that's when I'd made it. And at the time, I felt as though he would have won. And it was wrong. That's the first one that was wrong in the 213, but which is good, because I'd rather have some wrong, because if I get them all right, some of the other ones left to happen, I'd like to see those wrong too.
That brings us to another prediction.
Charleston will be destroyed by the mid-'80s?
Mid-'80s, late 80s, somewhere, right? Yeah.
Sound unlikely? Maybe so, but years ago he also predicted we'd have record-breaking weather this year, and how about gasoline from trees? Another prediction that has apparently come true.
And a lot of folks say, well, is that all you have is bad news? No, I have good news. The good news is I'm giving you the bad news early. And it's better you know, so you can be forearmed.
Why does Lenny Cook have this power? It's something that may always remain a mystery.
I don't know why me rather than someone else, just that I am doing it. I don't know the reason why that I'm doing it. I couldn't answer that. I really just don't know.